One. All right. Hello, everybody out in STEM land. Mr. Tyler, Mr. Santella back with another edition of Getting to Know. And today our guest is Miss Robin. So, woo!
It's good to see you, Miss Robin.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Doing good.
Yeah,
we're hanging in there.
Yep.
We both just said the exact same thing at the same time. I think we've been doing this for a little bit now.
Yeah, right. We've been hanging out too long virtually together.
Right, exactly. So, Miss Robin, how are you doing right now? Is everything going good?
Yep. Everything's going well. Just hanging out.
Awesome. Well, we have a couple of sets of questions that we're going to fire at you here, and let's just have a good time with it. And we're going to go ahead and get started if that's okay with you.
Sure. Sounds good.
All right. I'll go ahead and get us started. Just tell us your name and how long you've been at STEM Lab.
My name is Robin Stoll, or Miss Robin, and good question, because we were talking about how long both of us had been at STEM Lab, and I think we decided that I had come to STEM Lab the year before you, Tyler, right? So I
think so.
6 years? Is it 6 or 7?
See, I think I'm at 6, and so you're at 7.
See, time flies when you're having fun.
That's exactly
7 years.
Right. So, kind of to add on to that, how long have you been in education total?
Well, let's see. Before I came to STEM Lab, I was a substitute teacher for the district, or a guest teacher, for on and off for a couple of years. And then even before that, when I graduated from college, I was actually a high school teacher for 4 years before I got married and had my kids and stayed home with my kids for 8 years. And then after I stayed home with my kids for 8 years, that's when I started doing some substitute teaching, and then ended up coming to STEM Lab.
Which is where we got extremely lucky to have you here with us. So speaking of before all that, where are you originally from?
I am originally from San Jose, California. A lot of people know that as Silicon Valley, where all the big computer companies are.
Right. Tell us about your
little cameo there. That's awesome.
Yeah. So speaking of that, tell us about your family, including any pets.
Okay, well, I have, I'm married to my husband, Jake, and we have 2 daughters. You just saw one of them trying to sneak in the background. That's my youngest, Amanda. She's 11. And then my oldest is Alyssa, same name as Mr. Santella's oldest daughter, correct?
No.
And she is, what is it?
Mia.
What'd you say?
Mia.
Oh, you know what? I think it's the same name as Mr. Gonsi's oldest daughter. Yes. I think her name is Alyssa.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
So my oldest is Alyssa. She's 15 and in a freshman in high school, and she is learning to drive. And it is terrifying for me and everyone else on the road. Well, so if you see like a really, really scary driver, it's probably my daughter.
Well, we will get to that. Trust me. Mr. Santella will get into that later on with you. So, Ms. Robin, why have you decided to make STEM Lab your home?
You know, I just love the atmosphere and the culture at STEM Lab. I love the families, I love the kids, I love the staff, and it's a great place to work.
I couldn't agree with you more. Tell us the best part about your job.
I would say the best part is the kids, especially when they come in first thing in the morning. You know, they enter right there by the office, and they're just so excited to be there.
Yep.
And so excited to come in and start their day. That's like my favorite part of the whole day.
Yep, I would agree. So last thing for me for right now, Miss Robin, is what is one positive thing that has come out of being in quarantine?
Well, I would say appreciating teachers a lot more. Being home with my kids and, you know, homeschooling them. And, you know, I just think there's a lot more appreciation for everything that teachers juggle right now. And, you know, I only have 2 kids that I'm working with at home, and they're working, you know, with 25 or more kids in a class at once. So I just think myself and a lot of other people are just going to appreciate what teachers do a lot more after this.
I think you're right. Mr. Santella, do you want to take it over from here?
Now we'll do some questions that are just a little bit more specific to you and who you are as a person. So what does a typical summer look like for you?
Usually we go on a vacation somewhere. It could be somewhere, you know, tropical, like Hawaii or Mexico or somewhere like that. Or it could just be vacationing around Colorado. We usually also go camping. So I'm hoping that some of the campgrounds will open back up this summer so that we can, we just bought a new trailer to go camping. So I'm hoping we'll get to use it this summer.
Yeah, same here. You know, we do a annual camping trip with not just my family, but like my in-laws and everything. We do the yurts every summer, and we're just praying that we can get out and do some camping as well. So excellent.
Yep.
All right. Moving on, the next question I have for you kind of alluded to earlier, but I wanted to know maybe some specifics or some funny stories about teaching your daughter to drive.
Oh boy.
And we're
my younger
neighbors,
one's over here. She just heard that and she's laughing because she's been in a few rides with us.
Well, we live in the same community, so I also want to know what you drive so that I know to get out of the way. So just
right, exactly. Well, so the funny stories, they're funny after the fact, not when it's happening, are people honking at us because we're going too slow, or, you know, she's still a little hesitant. So we've had a lot of people honk at us. And then she almost hit the curb. That was a little scary. It was funny after the fact.
Yep.
Not when it was happening, because we were going, you know, about 40 miles per hour.
Oh.
And I was like, ooh, you hit the curb at that speed. That's not going to be too good. So, yeah.
All right. So who does more of the teaching, you or your husband, when it comes to that?
For the driving?
Yeah.
I would say that I do it more regularly. We go to, you know, she'll drive me to the store, you know, to run errands and things like that. Or when school was in session, to, you know, home from school, she would drive home, or home from her band practices or whatever. But my husband just recently decided that he wanted to that she needed practice on the freeway.
Oh.
So I said, no, my nerves are not going to be able to handle that. So he ended up taking her driving on the freeway. So they drove all the way up to Fort Collins.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Wow.
And back on the freeway. So I've decided that his job is the freeway driving, because I can barely handle the 40 miles an hour is about my top there. Yeah. And then I'll do the more in-town driving.
Excellent. And that sounds amazing. Like to split it up like that. I think that'll help both of you
Right?
live a little longer. So
Right.
Yeah.
excellent. Okay. So tell us about some hobbies that you have.
So right now is doing a lot of yard work.
Yep.
I don't really have a green thumb, so I'm not very good at growing flowers and things like that, but it's taking care of the yard. When the weather's nice, I like to be outside and do that kind of thing. When the weather's not nice, I like to read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So you kind of had alluded to this earlier as well. This is why I'm wearing this outfit is, for those that don't know, Miss Robin and I were actually going to go to Hawaii, not together, but we were going to be on the same island in the same general area at the exact same time this summer. Now, my family, we've already canceled our trip. Wah, wah. But my question for you, though, is, are you still going to Hawaii?
Well, it's not canceled yet. My father-in-law, we're going with my in-laws, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and then my brother-in-law and his family. My father-in-law rented a house on Kauai, and I think he has to decide by June 1st.
Okay.
So we're just kind of waiting as close to that deadline as we can, and to see what's going on in Hawaii and what their restrictions are. Right now, any travelers that come into Hawaii, they have to do a mandatory self-quarantine for 14 days. They're only allowed to leave to get food. They are not allowed to go to the beach. And if you get caught on the beach disobeying that mandatory quarantine, it is a $5,000 fine.
Oh.
So
Welcome to Hawaii.
times 4 people in my family. So that would be a big fine.
Yeah.
So
today's math problem, kids, is 5,000 times 4.
Yeah, right? Do that math. That equals a lot of money.
Yep. Okay. Well,
So,
I'm holding out hope for you.
Thank you.
It'll happen. Like we've
I
decided
know.
we're still going to go. We're just going to go next summer now. So we've just kind of moved it,
That's our plan.
over
If we
the
end up
year.
having to cancel, we'll hopefully reschedule for the following summer. So
Excellent. Excellent. All right. So at STEM Lab, you were known for, you always were really, really good about going for a walk almost every day. So I just want to know what did you listen to, or what usually did you think about, or why, what was going on in your head when you were going on your walks?
Usually, actually, I didn't even bring my headphones or anything. I know a lot of people listen to music when they walk, or I just like to, as I'm walking, just look at all the pretty, flowers and lawns in the neighborhood, and all the animals and birds that are out, and just kind of listen to all that. I usually don't even listen to any music when I go walking.
Excellent. You're actually enjoying the scenery. What a novel
Yes.
idea, right? Excellent. Okay. So you had also talked about, like, during the summer, you usually take a family vacation. So tell us about some of the places that you've actually traveled to.
So we've been to a few different places in Mexico. We like to go to Mexico a lot. We like places with beaches and places that are tropical. So we've been to Cancun a few different times. And we've also been to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. Those are both beach towns. Puerto Vallarta is on the west coast of Mexico, so it's on the Pacific Ocean. Geography lesson for all you people out there. And then Cancun is on the east coast of Mexico. So we've been to both of those places in Mexico. We also actually, I don't think this was in the summer. I think this was a spring break. We took a cruise to the Caribbean. So we went to a bunch of different islands. We've gone to Hawaii. Usually we try to go someplace tropical.
Yeah, I love putting my feet in the sand. There's nothing like it. just I see palm trees and I'm just instantly happy. That's
Exactly.
how it works for me. All right. So where are some places that you haven't traveled to that you'd like to get to someday?
I have heard that Costa Rica is amazing. I would love to go to Costa Rica. I know that my oldest daughter one day would love to go to Guatemala. My husband's mom's family is from Guatemala, so they actually still have a lot of family out there. However, the government right there is not very stable right now, so I don't think it's a good time to travel there. But one day we would love to go visit family that we have never met in person, that still live in Guatemala, and then go see the sites there. Let's see. There's some other like really nice islands in the Caribbean that I haven't been to before that I would love. I mean, they just look beautiful in pictures. So
Excellent. Awesome. 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 All right. So now we are going to jump into the lightning round. So for the lightning round, I've got
I'm
9
scared.
questions. And it's just, I ask, you answer, whatever your first inclination, your gut instinct is what we'd like to hear. Sound good?
Okay. Okay.
All right, here we go. California.
Why are you laughing, Tyler?
Because I made these up, so I'm just.
Oh no! Now I'm really scared.
All right.
Don't be scared. Just gut instinct.
Here we go. California or Colorado?
Oh, Colorado.
Yes. All right. Miss Karen or Mr. Tyler?
Mr. Tyler, because he's staring at me right now.
It's okay. You can say Miss Karen.
Dr. Pepper or Diet Pepsi?
Oh, Diet Pepsi.
Cafeteria duty or recess duty?
Recess duty.
All right. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
All right. Miss Tellinger or Mr. Shields?
Oh no! I refuse to answer that question.
She's using her Fifth Amendment rights. All right.
Yes, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right.
All right. Sounds good. I will always laugh when blank.
Oh, you're stumping me on this one. I'll always laugh when somebody accidentally pushes the button on their radio and is talking and broadcasting it to everyone and doesn't realize it.
I don't know anybody that does that. All right. Anyway.
I've never done that.
Your favorite movie is?
Top Gun.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
They're coming out with the sequel.
Yep.
All right. If you see me doing blank, then I'm probably blank.
If you see me, if you see me staring at the computer, I'm probably daydreaming.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Mr. Tyler, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you to finish this off.
Oh, Miss Robin, those answers could not have been better. Seriously, I love that last one. So how we want to end this is we're just going to give you the floor. Whatever message you want to send out to our STEM community, to anyone, really, the floor is yours. Just send out your last message that you'd like to say before we end this.
Okay. I just want to tell all the STEM families, all the students, all the staff, just that I miss you guys, and I hope that we're gonna all be together again in August for a new school year.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Karen. We appreciate your time, and stay safe.
Who?
And
who?
Sorry, Miss Robin. My bad. All right. Well, we appreciate your time, Miss Robin, and please wear your seatbelt. Okay?
Oh, yes, I will.
Yes.
All right. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank
Ms. Robin.
you.